Elise always arrived early, before the city hummed too loudly. She liked the quiet, the stillness. Her footsteps made soft sounds on the polished floor, echoes in an empty space. She carried a simple bag, inside her lunch a book and perhaps a small mending kit. Elise never discarded things easily, or people. She would pause at the entrance to the main office, a large room filled with desks. Soon it would be noisy, full of voices, typing, ringing phones. But now it was peaceful, like a sleeping giant. Elise would take a slow breath. She wasn't a giant. She was small, often unnoticed. The coffee machine was her first stop. It usually sat cold and empty. Elise would clean it, carefully. She measured the coffee grounds, just the right amount. She filled the water reservoir. Her movements were precise. Soon the aroma of fresh coffee would begin to drift, a silent invitation, a welcome to the arriving colleagues. They would grab their cups. They rarely wondered how the coffee got there. Then, the communal kitchen, crumbs on the counter, a forgotten mug in the sink. Elise would wipe the surfaces, wash the mug. She did it not out of obligation but out of a quiet care. She believed in leaving spaces better than she found them, even if no one saw her do it, even if no one said thank you. The thanks was in the order itself. The printer was a source of frustration. It jammed, it beeped, it refused to cooperate, often at the worst possible moment. Someone would sigh loudly. Someone else would kick it, gently of course, or not so gently. Then they would walk away, leaving the problem for the next person. More often than not, that next person was Elise. She had learned its quirks, its secret sighs, its mechanical needs. She would approach it calmly, no frustration in her eyes. She would open its panels, peer into its complex insides. Her slender fingers would find the crumpled paper, the misfed sheet. She would coax it out, gently. She knew that force was not the answer. Patience was. The printer seemed to respond to her touch. Lunchtime arrived, a wave of relief, a chance to step away. Colleagues gathered in groups, laughing, sharing stories. Their voices filled the break room, or they went out to nearby cafes to enjoy the sunshine. Elise usually ate alone, at a small table in the corner, or sometimes at her own desk. Her lunch was simple, a sandwich, an apple, a thermos of tea. She would read her book. Elise remembered things, small things, important things. She remembered when Sarah in accounting was worried about her son's school play. She remembered when David from marketing had a terrible cold. She remembered birthdays, not in a loud party-planning way, but with a quiet personal touch. A single perfect flower might appear on a desk. A small chocolate, no card, no announcement, just a silent wish for happiness. If someone struggled with a new software, fumbling with unfamiliar commands, Elise might gently offer a tip, if she overheard them, not to show off, but to help. "Try this," she might say softly, pointing to a button. The day would wind down, desks would clear, computers would sleep. One by one her colleagues would leave. "Good night," they'd call out, sometimes to her, sometimes just to the emptying room. Elise often stayed late, long after the chatter faded, long after the last footsteps receded down the hall. The office would return to its evening quiet. The hum of the building its only sound. She wasn't always working on official tasks. Sometimes she was finishing one of her quiet repairs, or tidying a communal area that had become messy during the day's rush, or simply organizing her thoughts, preparing for the next day. Her small desk lamp cast a solitary pool of light, a beacon in the growing dimness. It was a familiar scene. One Monday morning, Elise was not there. Her desk lamp was off, her corner was empty. This was unusual, very unusual. Elise was never late. Elise was never absent without notice. A small ripple of unease went through the few early arrivals. Where was Elise? Had anyone heard from her? No one had. The coffee machine sat cold, untouched, a forgotten sentinel. Then, someone noticed it. A small white envelope on her perfectly tidy desk, addressed simply to the team. No grand announcement, no dramatic exit, Just this quiet note, inside a few lines written in her neat, careful hand. Elise was gone, but she left a lesson behind. A quiet lesson, etched in the inconvenience, in the newfound appreciation. Her story is not unique. Many workplaces have an Elise, the quiet ones, the diligent ones, the ones who contribute in unseen ways. They are the steady currents beneath the surface, holding things together, often without thanks, without recognition. Their strength is not in a loud voice, or a bold demand for attention. Their strength is in their consistency, their care, their quiet dedication. They are the listeners,